this? Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, and who do we have here? It is a gorgeous Friday, folks, and the weather is beautiful. Check out what we have. A little mixed bloom on the Maria tree. She has gotten pretty tall here, y'all. But look what came out a little bit early. Now, she's a late season, and I'm surprised that she's already kicking off blooms now, but here we are, December 19th, and not all of them have flowers on there. There are some growths without them, but I am seeing a few that have a few on. So hang in there, folks. Hopefully this year I can give you a mango review and tell you all about this amazing coconut flavored mango that I believe is a cross between, there's some more growth trying to push out here. I believe it's a cross between Valencia Pride and Pickering because it has that coconut flavor. Large mango for sure, large tree, huge leaves. I've measured one already to like 20 inches, 20 and a half. But big tree, big fruit, and we got mixed blooms, y'all. Hopefully we can get a couple more than just the one that we had last time. This one was holding from last year. It hangs on there for quite some time. Yes, it's a fake, but decoration, folks. This one's got a little bit of anthracnose on there. See, it's natural, folks. It happens. But happy Friday, folks. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. Still got some moringa pods dried on here. Still sitting on there, but more flowers coming out. Just kicked off a bunch, and there's already more flowers coming. But we are open today. Stop by and see us. We're open till 5 today. It's a sad state of affairs, folks. We need some more mulch up in here. But we're here. I will be loading up here in a little bit. Get ready for tomorrow's market. Look at all these little flies all over this fruit punch. Little 3-gallon. See that little fly action? Can you see it? Oh, it jumped off. Yeah, all the little flies are buzzing around the blooms, wanting to pollinate it. But we still got some mangoes, 3 gallons, hanging out over here. Did have some pickerings, but it looks like they've already gone. Once we get them, they move quick. Got a bunch of red hybrid 1 gallons over here. Got the pepper tree that's still rocking a bunch of fruit there. Some better looking ones, some larger ones, 3 gallons for 40 over here. I got 1 Grimmel in like a 5 gallon, it looks like, or no, 7 gallon. That one's available as well. Could do 50 on that. Sabra right here that I grew here from a seed. Got that for 40 bucks, and that's a steal, folks. That is a beautiful little tree. I technically don't want to let it go, but I got a few of them. And when people see the pictures of the jaboticaba, where you know, depends on where you're from, they want to see, they want that the Sabra. Once they see the pics, they've never seen it. You show them the hybrid and you show them the Sabra, they're like, of course they want the one that's going to give you the most amount of fruit. But do they want to put in the time, right? Lavender, folks. We still got 3 of them left. We got some smalls in here, like some collards and kales. Uh-oh, look who's being released, folks. We got some Matt Snow black zapotes, all GTN exclusives, all grafted by me, and they are available, folks. Already, yep, they're pushing out some baby growth. And if it's for you, come on by and pick one out. 30 bucks for you. This is the cheapest it's going to be. They only go up from there. Sorry, they are 1 gallon, and you pay for time and expertise here, folks. Still got a little bit of the cardinal basil going, but we got stuff. Come on over and take a look. We got little of this, little of that. Mainly edibles. If they're flowers, we try to make them to where they're dual purpose. Still got a few of these mulberries with fruit, although these may be gone by tomorrow once I take them to the market. Once people see them with fruit, they snag them, right? But we got herbs over here that will be traveling, but always got something for you, something fresh or medicinal. Here's a little Mexicola Grande. I do need to go ahead and up pot. One nectarine is all that is left. This other one is sold. This one's a sun racer. Doesn't look like much, folks. There's some leaves up on the top. Don't worry, it'll push out a ton of blooms and fruit for you. I haven't tried that cultivar, so no, I'm not an expert in nectarines or nothing like that, but came across it and was like, hey, that looks like a decent one. And I've heard good things, but the greenhouses are packed out. Well, for the most part. We still got a little walking distance here, but thanks for tuning in. We got some cranberry hibiscus, some green ones, collards. Here's the Russian red kale. Got some of those. Some pepper, some sweet ones. Flavor burst, which is a burst of flavor, allegedly. I have not grown those yet. Been over here working, folks, working every day. I know, some of y'all don't believe me, but today, what were we doing today? Before I jumped on here, I was making some more. I know, 3 more Maria mangoes were made while you were sleeping or whatever you were doing, eating lunch. So 1, 2, and 3 were just made today. But it's almost December, or almost Christmas. Why would you go ahead and graft right now? Well, considering I am sweating and there is no cold front as of right now, here's some little katuks that will be coming out here shortly. I decided to do some more grafting today. I was like, man, I had some rootstocks over there, more sugar canes that are starting to pop out here. But yeah, I got disappointed because I was coming back here. I looked at some of these bud grafts and none of them took. None of them took. Don't worry. I will figure it out. I think I know what I did wrong. There's a Gary mango that didn't want to cooperate. Gary mango graft. Let me say that. There's a graft there. It looks like it's dying back. But it is hot out here, folks. It is North 9B up in here, and whew, which is lovely. That's kind of what we like right now. That's what I would like. Sugar apples are still starting to make their way out. And listen, folks, you can start at whatever time you want. Just because you got some that are already peeking out, ready to be up potted, still got some that are just now working. So it isn't how you start, it's how you finish. This is the lessons from seeds, right? Some of them poked out super early. And that's okay, because this one could give me fruit way before one of these. It doesn't matter how slow she grows. Once they give you the fruit, then you can judge them from there, right? Look at this. This is why mulberries are so much fun, folks. They pop fruit so early. Hopefully you can get that somewhat. But even from these little cuttings, they're already starting to produce some cool little fruits. And this is all Thai dwarf. That's the major one that I am propagating right now, just because it's my favorite, folks. It's my favorite. It grows the best, tastes the best, decent size. Can't even give these everbearings away. I got a bunch of them, and people are like, those are the small, tiny ones. We don't want those. I know. They're a little bit tougher, and you got to have a handful to really enjoy them. But I've been cleaning up a little bit as well out here, but we got stuff. Oh, it's a nice little breeze out here. Sugar Rush peaches that are almost ready. Oh, here's a new one for me. Maybe for you too. Trinidad Scorpion Pepper. Now this is a small red little pepper, but I guarantee you that's got a kick to it. Do I dare eat it right now? No. Let's see on the way back if I can go ahead and taste that on camera for you. I got some water up here, but we'll see. I haven't tasted that one yet, but I've heard, whoo, it's going to be painful. Heard good things, but got some June plums rocking over here, all clustered up. 40 bucks. Yeah, man, 40 bucks, 3 gallon, and this thing is chock full of fruit. All right. No, I did not create this. I did go out and get it. So this one over here, Little Miracle Fruit, already sold. Just picked it up and it's gone. Why? Well, because it's already got fruit on here, and people love seeing it with fruit. Where is it? Right there, that little tiny fruit. So that one's already sold. Pickup is tomorrow. I still have some of my grafts here, the 2-in-1, CAC and Venus. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hopefully you guys can hear me. 7-gallon avocados are 80 right now, folks. Come on by, pick up 2 for 150. What? Yeah, we'll drop a few bucks. Brogdon, we're up this far. I would highly suggest this Brogdon. We do have a day. We got a day in here, which I have not had yet. And Choquette, and a lot of people's favorite, the Donnie. Jokes. But I haven't had the Donnie or the day. Oh, this one just came out as well. So I found this one. Thought it was a sugar apple for a little bit, and then I looked at the leaves, and they're way too long. So it's a Rollinia. Rollinia was in the ground, so I decided to put it in a pot, and now she is for sale. All right, she's already, and don't worry about the older leaves. Oh, it's a little crispy. Listen, they're deciduous. They're going to lose their leaves. So new growth is coming out, so you know that there's promising action in here. It does take a few years for fruit. How do you know? I've never seen fruit on your property. Because she's young, and we know that it's going to take a few years, right? That's why we know. No, I haven't had it yet. Still growing mine out. We got a discount fruit cocktail, 20 bucks, y'all. She's been struggling, all right? She's been struggling. 20 bucks, she's yours. Eventually, she'll kick off. Give it some good steroids like you would, and off they go. $40 figs for this Celeste and the Celeste. Is it 2 Celeste? Yes, 2 Celeste, 5 gallons. We dropped 5 just for the weekend. It's Christmas time, folks. I feel like giving out some cool discounts for people. Come on over and say what's up. Yeah, these 2 Celeste ones are 40. The rest are 25 for 3 gallon. And then we got some, even got some 15s. I know, I told you I'd up pot them all, but we got some 15s in there. Don't worry, you're not taking home the weeds. I will weed them before you go ahead and leave. Got 1 peach. One lady came over here looking for peaches. I only have 1 tropic snow peach, and it's leafless, but don't worry, they will come out with a ton of blooms and a ton of leaves and action. So don't even stress. Peaches are somewhat easy to go ahead and grow here, as long as you can battle those pesky fruit flies. Still got a bunch of these little sweet ahis cooking over here, although the leaves are starting to turn a little bit yellow on me. That's all right. I think it's more weather related. See, like you start getting that. Quick, spray it, hit it with stuff. No. That's not what I do. We're not spraying nothing over here with anything that is toxic, right? We love our soil. Yes, we do. Ultimately, oh, I see you. Where'd you go? She flew away. It was a little, look at this. So as we're sitting here, that was a ladybug, by the way. As I'm sitting here talking about the peppers, we still got flowers still producing. So if this thing doesn't get frozen back, she's just gonna keep kicking out fruit, y'all. This thing is a monster. Have I ever grown a pepper this big? Negative. No, I have not. Can we focus on that? No, doesn't want to. But anyways, take my word for it. More flowers are coming out, more fruits on the way, and no heat. Good for cooking, seasoning your stews, all of that awesome stuff, right? I do have one more. I got a Brogdon 3 gallon in as well. A little lanky, but give her a nice little haircut. She'll shoot off from the sides. But onwards, what else do we got here? Work doesn't stop, and always moving and getting things situated. The wind's blowing stuff over. I got some June plum seedlings too. If you don't want to go ahead and spend 40, you could do these for 20, and in a few years you can have your own fruit. Now I love to eat the leaves off of those, so that's why I would grow it. Sugar cane. I got red cane over here, different sizes. Yucca, got Suriname spinaches, some smaller mulberries with fruit already on it. Easier to be shipped. Those are still cooking. Got the dollar section for you. $1 Bob people, right? Look at this. Little mints and oreganos and all kinds of fun stuff that looked like it was DED, but then it comes back and now it's showing that it needs to be Rehomed. Yay. We got a dollar section, folks. Yep. I hate throwing stuff away. Here's what happens when you don't flip your compost. You get fruit. Willis, yep, I got fruit out here already cooking on these papayas, only because I left this whole side, this left side of my compost bin. This is not professional composting. No, I don't make composting videos because I don't go by the rules. Literally stack my stuff in there, I dig a hole in there, I'll dump the stuff, I'll cover it right back up, give it some H2O, and I walk away. I'm not doing all the turning and all the, no. Should I be doing it? Probably, but I'm not doing it. And I'm getting decent product, folks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still using it. Who is she and where are the blooms? Look how gorgeous these leaves are. No spray tree, all right? Doesn't look like it's being affected by this weather. It's got a couple of crispy leaves on some older stuff. This one is Fairchild with no blooms just yet. Take it easy, don't worry. I expect great things coming out of this tree. And this is one that not many people are showing love to, right? I'm a big fan of this fruit. I will go ahead and push it. I know it's not pushed out by the Zill fam, but it's a dang good mango. And I look forward to eating it every year. For sure. Orange Essence over here, sorry. Orange Essence and Gary, which I do need to up pot these two because they're in threes. Glen, not doing a whole lot in there right now. But again, let's double check to make sure. Glen is your friend if you like classic mangoes and you like non-fibrous mangoes and you want to get you want to guarantee yourself a good crop. You're starting off and you don't want to go ahead and get a monster tree, get a Glen. Glen will be your friend. Trust me, there's not many complaints. Not many people eat it and go, this is nasty. It's not a trash mango. It is a starter mango. And even if I had 20 trees, probably one of those may be a Glen, just because you can guarantee production and it's non-offensive flavor. It's classic, right? What are you doing with the plastic? Well, yep. I'm thinking about extending this little greenhouse over this way somewhere. So I put down some plastic. I know I had a roll, so cleaning up the place. But that way I can put more trees in here, inside of the greenhouse here. And I'm possibly going to extend this front part over here so I can put some of my 25s along the front edge. Still working, still debating, but I am checking the weather. So far, so good. I don't see any cold weather in our forecast, which is lovely, folks. I'd rather be sweating through this winter than out here stressing, thinking that I'm going to lose my stuff. What do we got? Here is Puerto Rican black beans. First time growing these. All right, and these are going to be more on the dried bean type, so more for storage. I just ran them up here, but I had to move all of the mangoes over here just because of the tendrils were wanting to climb onto everything, right? So this one's an exciting one. I will save a bunch of the seeds so I can grow it out year after year, just because got to be able to grow some good beans. So we'll see. You see how it wants to shoot out and grab a hold of something? It's like, I wish would, right? Like this, pretty good sized pods too. I don't think you can eat the pods, kind of like the long one. I think you have to wait. I am no black bean pro though. These jabos are looking good. I could probably, this white one can probably take a little bit more shade. It is on this side, but new growth is looking good. So onwards. Speaking of jabos, this red hybrid, I'm waiting. I've been waiting. I'm like, come on, any minute, or maybe if not this year, then maybe the following. No, I didn't grow this one out, so I can't take all the credit. It is the coolest part of growing is when you actually grow it from seed, or you start it very small and you watch it, you know, and then you finally get that fruit. It's like, oh, wow, look what my hard work did. Versus going out and just buying a 25 and going, look, instant gratification. Not saying both are, you know, or one's better than the other, but it is a good feeling when you've had your time with her. Uh-oh, see that? The umbilical cord is ready to be cut right there. That's from the rootstock there. So you can, oh, I didn't bring my cutters. Oh, I did. Let's see. Let's see if we can't cut the umbilical at an angle. Boom. And this is a Maria mango. This is my second, well, no, third in command, it seems. Maybe third or fourth. One of the two. This one already showing some great signs. Mixed bloom on there. You can see that. Starting to push over here as well. Look at the size of these leaves, folks. Good for making teas. And we're still getting some action on the ends of this. So will this hold some fruit? I don't think so. I highly doubt it. I think that's way too small to go ahead and allow it this year. Phoenix is doing something extreme. Every single branch tip. Uh-oh, behave yourself. She's been out here barking at everything that moves. Phoenix decided to come out very strong this year. Every branch tip has some action, except for that one. That one's a little bit dead there, but haven't opened. Nothing just yet. Haven't tasted this mango, so can't say too much about the flavor. I was told production wasn't the greatest, but we shall see. We'll see. If we can taste it this year, I'll be pretty happy. A few more of these June plums. And yes, folks, the leaves do turn yellow. Yes, they go through. They will cycle out very quickly. That's part of it, in my honest opinion. That's what all of my trees have done. But that's what they do. We got this one watching, making sure no one's messing with the M4. Got new growth on the M4, but no flowers. And that's a late season, so it's okay. But look at the Maria. She's a late season and already kicking out blooms. So is she especial? Well, to me, right? But we'll find out what else happens. Through here, I'm debating about maybe ripping out these pineapple guavas. I don't know. I was just watering them going, am I ever going to get some fruit out of that? Or should I just drop in some sugar apples and go from there? Oh, Carrie mango over here. Some mixed bloom action. Don't worry about all of these dried up edges. That is older growth. I'm not stressing it. I have been giving them all compost teas in here. So I'll tell you what, I am seeing a big difference in how they're growing. There's some more coming out. I am seeing a big difference in how they're growing. So I'll tell you that I will continue to use it. And I will improve. Cha-cha in the shade. This one is a rare one. I forget the name. Is it? I'm going to butcher it. This one was given to me by Mr. Bamboo Bill. And if you don't know, you should get a Bamboo Bill in your life. He really good, knows his bamboo, but he also knows other plants. This one is jangling, what joggle? I forget what it is, but he says he eats it, and supposedly it's nice. Has like a little sweet flavor. I don't know. I have to look into that one. Almost melon-like. Little coffee. Yeah, it's like a bitter melon. And the first fruit for this little tree. And if you know, don't eat the first fruit. So that will be donated. And we still got more flowers coming. So very excited. First jabo to fruit on the property. It is a red hybrid. And that's a decent size. It's a pretty good size on that top one. We got more. We'll be growing out. Here's some new growth on the mountain soursop. Still haven't tried the fruit, which I hear is, I think the benefits are the leaves. I think that's what most people want up here. But hang on. Very windy out here. Very windy. Nothing's falling over just yet, but it's coming. Sans Paris sitting still. Not a whole lot of action is coming out of Sans Paris. I noticed that I have two seedlings, Sampari that are on the property. I thought it was just the one, but there is two. Sunrise, big vigorous tree so far in a 15-gallon, and no action just yet. The color on this Karen Michelle. So you're digging a hole. Here she goes. But working, folks. I can't knock her for working. Karen Michelle with a cool flush besides that ratty stuff. What do you do with that? You spray it? No, I just leave it. I'll crunch them up, you know, let them just grow back out and tell her, hey, thank you, but try again. Those leaves are not going to cut it. Karen Michelle almost has the same color as this Ceci Love seedling. Get that color, y'all. Like cranberry, and there's the cranberry hibiscus right next to it. It's a little bit on that lighter color, but that's beautiful. Beautiful. And it's a little seedling, but smell of these leaves, top notch. Can't wait to try that. Hopefully this year. God willing, folks. Passion fruits are dropping, which are very, very cool. I am walking around collecting them as they fall. Yes, yes, Sugarloaf is always at it. Will they be males? Will they be hermaphrodites this first go round? Tune in and find out. I don't have any miracle fruit on mine as of yet. Patience, folks. There's the Ceci. Beautiful bloom on the Ceci there. Just the one on this tree. The rest of it still hanging in there, and that's in a 15-gallon. But oh wait, there's two. There's a second panicle there. Can we do it? Look at to all of you Subel growers, Subel white sapote, does she grow more on the straight up side? Because that's what I'm experiencing here. She's all of 5 feet and she just wants to shoot straight up. And I keep cutting her and she's like, cool story, I'm gonna come right back up. So totally different than the redlands, sorry. Totally different than the redlands that I have over here, which wants to be a little bit wider, right? There's a new growth on the redlands. It is a little bit wider, which I like. I prefer a wider tree, but I guess if the fruit is good, then so be it. Some more growth. Actually looks like some buds starting to push out on the end there. On this one is Ceci Love as well. I got two of them. Worth having two. Some of these trees are worth having two, more than one. Early bloomer over here. We got some mixed blooms on most of these panicles, but this one here is rosy gold. Usually first one to go ahead and produce fruit for a lot of you people that are growing her. I think this one gave us fruit almost in the middle of the season with the rest of them last year. So she's not the first one up here. Who knows if this year will be any different, but get this leaf out of there. But it's a good little fruit. I do appreciate it. This was one of our first trees that we got. Not this one per se. We had another large one, but it did pass. So this is a replacement, but this one's got a special spot in our heart just because it's a gorgeous little fruit. Not a whole lot of fiber. Classic flavor, but it's early, beautiful in the sun. I like it. I do like it. I do not find it to be a trash mango whatsoever. All right, that's my 2 cents. But we got Groomy Chama that's putting on some new growth. Thinking about cutting back or tying up some of these branches just to have some more room. But things are looking good. The wind is blowing in all kinds of fresh air over here. This pomelo, just saw something that I need to address. I got to get this plastic out of here. Some of y'all know what I did with the whole insect barrier. It's like a knockoff Tanglefoot, right? You put the plastic on there and then you wrap the whole thing with the insect barrier. Well, it's a mess. And does it work? No. Look at the ants crawling right over it. They don't care. Okay? And, oh, sorry. And when I take that off, you may see some roots trying to air layer themselves in there. So I don't recommend Tanglefoot. I don't recommend, I think I did it once because I was doing it, but I don't recommend it just because I think there's other ways to get these pesky ants off of your trees. Beneficial nematodes or the borax and the sugar water. There's better ways to do it, in my honest opinion. Oh, we got these citrus flavored ones, like lemon meringue, sitting still. And the otter is lemon zest, sitting still, and the other zest, sitting still. It's okay. I don't want all of my blooms to go ahead and kick off right now, just because if something were to happen, you could lose everything, right? Fruit punch, still on the list of mangoes that need to be eaten this next year or tried. Haven't had that one yet. Do I think that I'm going to really enjoy it? I'm curious. I really am. I know it's got some twang to it, little Indian twang, but they can surprise you. Tuba just wants to flower. Not doing too much. Still haven't tried this fruit yet. Just got a great name, so it's always fun to grow stuff that has a cool name. But if the fruit is, I don't know. May rehome. It's my only tree though. We got the Wirtz that's putting on, looks like maybe some blooms. Another fruit I have not tried. Yeah, there's some blooms working in there. Wirtz, supposedly a dwarf. So I'm going to keep it in a container for as long as possible. Just out here just watering and looking over my stuff like we do every day for sure. Poncho avocados putting out another set of blooms here. This one held a couple of fruits last year, but they all got aborted very quickly. Like they just kind of, she did it on her own. They started dropping them and down they went, but that's all right. The young tree. Lula, not a whole lot working. This one I have not tasted. Heard great things. But I'm going to try to go ahead and fruit her in a pot for now. Brown and Knoll, what do you got to say about yourself? Oh, he's out here. Russell is very promising. This is my largest flowering avocado here. I think these should be flowers, maybe not. We'll keep you posted. Some look like it, some look like regular growth, but can we do it without the squirrels running amok and coming over here and grabbing the bounty? Day avocado, we do have one here in a 7-gallon. Green skin. Supposedly it's a large, somewhat cold hardy. Marcus pumpkin. Don't expect too much. She did hold last year, so as long as she hangs in there, she looks good and grows a little bit. Again, I'm not expecting, I know it's a large tree if you allow it to, but I don't want it to go ahead and grow out to be a huge tree. This is a full bloom there. Now, who is it? Look at that. This one is Saint Talone, aka the guava mango. And that's why you tip right there, because then when it shoots out, you get 2. Right? That one's a little bit smaller, but and guava's okay. I've had it once or twice, if I'm not mistaken. Pigeon peas are starting to give me a little bit of flower action up there. Nothing setting just yet. Yeah, this wind is pretty gnarly out here, but it keeps me cool. P22, not a whole lot working. And yeah, some of these stems will have, what's up? Zaza plant. Which one is Zaza? I don't understand. We do have some black sooty mold on the stems of a lot of these trees, but I don't sit there and wash those off that much. I just kind of, as long as it's not on the leaves, I'm not stressing too much. So, but if it does get pretty bad, then I will come over with some soap, some Castile soap. It's a blur. Sorry about that. Zaza is a weed. Uh-oh. Never heard of Zaza. I think that's a restaurant over here. Zaza's. This one's a giant Suriname cherry. You like normal Suriname cherries? Well, this one is just bigger. It's a small tree right now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure it's a blur. It looks great on my end, I know, but then on the playback, I'm like, dang, it is pretty bad. But I like to be interactive and to go ahead and go live. Honey Kiss, still small. It's a little seedling. It's all right. Hanging in there. What's up? Where are you watching from? Dwarf Puerto Rican plantain. Will she kick anything out? I don't know. She's got a huge stalk, though. I mean, this thing is pretty big and got a little sword sucker here. So hopefully one of those will go ahead and give us something down the road. Still got the Joaquin A. Oh, look at this. Pushing out. Oh, pushing out. Looks like a bloom there. Joaquin A. Honey Kiss in 3 gallon? No, I do not have. I don't have Honey Kiss in a 3 gallon. They move so fast. Bumpy Avocado. This is one that I will be grafting like crazy this next year. What'd you find? Bumpy Avocado. I want to make a ton. I want to bring this one back just because I would say this is my favorite avocado. Yes, the best avocado I've ever had. Doesn't seem like much. It's a small little tree. The original tree is from East Orlando. So it is not my seedling that is from Farrer Ranch. But this avocado is a huge avocado. Has some bumps in there. Like, hang on here. Let me wash my hands real quick. This one had a dirty mouth. You got sand all over. That bumpy avocado has, like, I've said it before, but it has like tumor bumps. It's not like the one from South Florida that has the herpy bumps. It's a totally different bump. These have more of the swollen, you know, like bigger. I made a video. Check it out. It's on the seedling series, avocado seedling series. But yeah, it's a great avocado. I will be making more. We want to spread that to the world. To me, it is my favorite. And Nana's had it. She said it was fantastic. Florigon sitting still. I did put it in a 25. And here's what I was saying about the plastic here. Here's what it did. You can see that. Those were all little baby roots that wanted to go ahead and air layer once I put the plastic barrier around it, the cellophane, and then I put the insect barrier, right? But all of that was basically like air layering the tree there. No, I just sold P22 in a 3 gallon. I had one and off she went. It's a great little mango. Should you grow citrus here? Oh yeah, I highly recommend it. The leaves are gorgeous. The trees are beautiful. No, this is a Meyer lemon that's struggling over here in the corner. This is no spray, no spinosad, no BT, no nothing. Like, this is as natural as it gets. Bacon, on the other hand, quite happy. Bacon avocado, which I haven't had just yet. But supposedly it takes cold temps down to 26, 22 to 24. 22 to 24 at maturity. That ain't bad. Red pomelo is blooming over here. Has anybody had this? Anybody? Bueller? Not looking the greatest. Still going through it. Yes, the leaf miners are a pain here. Now, will the beneficial nematodes that I sprayed, will that do anything out here? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out. But we got blooms working. Yay. Hopefully we can try some red pomelo. Pomelo technically is my favorite citrus. But Miwa kumquat probably is second. Got one little pineapple that's down on the ground, waiting for her to turn some colors. And I will be picking that. Why did I put them way in the back? Because of these gnarly thorns, y'all. This thing will mess you up. God bless y'all, the ones that plant these underneath your fruit trees. I don't know how you do it. Last thing I want is to get stabbed, but you do you. Puerto Rican plantain. And we take some big swings over here. Every once in a while, you just got to risk it all. Little mame sapote. Will she make it up here? Earmuffs. Highly doubt it, but we'll find out. She's a seedling. I got her over here in the corner. Love the fruit. This one came from Homestead. We did eat the fruit. I don't know the variety. That's the worst part. Don't know the variety on that one. My mom was able to locate it from some small farm down there. She knows where it's at, but doesn't know the name of it whatsoever. But cherries are still holding on there. They're still green. Not ready yet, folks. Not ready. But been giving her some compost tea, so the leaves are getting huge. It's looking beautiful. Highly recommend it, and it's still one of our best sellers here. Malika went from looking really sad. Now she's greening up. I've been giving her some compost tea as well, and she's looking great. CAC, or the CAC, is sitting still. Not a whole lot of action coming out of her, but in a 25 gallon, she's going to be a big girl. Therefore, she will have to get pruned every single year. Every year, yep. She's going to be a monster. Here's another Rollinia. Here's the problem with Rollinias, or Anonas for that matter, right? They will totally abort most of the tree. This one I thought was dead, but came back up, shot out some new growth, and we're going to give her a chance. Let's see what happens. Bailey's Marvel, still haven't had this variety, or what have I? Have I had Bailey's Marvel? I don't think so. Don't think. I'd have to double check, but I don't think we've had this one yet. Large mango, large tree. This thing wants to shoot up. You can tell. I moved them. Oh yeah, Super Alfonso here. Some of these trees we grow for others, right? I am very aware that not all of these are my favorite flavors, and that's okay. We got people that do love them, and I'm not growing them. I'm not growing all of these trees just for me. Like, well aware. We do share, and we all got different taste buds. So just because I may not like something, someone else in my family may love it. I.e. Angie. Angie Mango, good producer. Last year, she didn't give us a whole lot. But this year, I'm confident that we can get a few out of her. And this isn't my favorite per se, but she's a great looking tree, does very well. Most people enjoy this fruit. I'll say this is one of my favorite trees that I don't really care for the flavor, but this tree is gorgeous, and I will have this tree forever as long as she wants to be here, right? I love the growth of this tree. I trimmed it down here, and off she went, gave us 3 beautiful branches from there. Oh, don't get stung by a wasp. And she is gorgeous. Beautiful Harvest Moon. Big tree, big fruit, almost 5 pounds of flavor. Not my fave, but that doesn't matter. Everyone else, well, a lot of people do enjoy this fruit. And I loved it. And when they go for $6, $7 a pound, or pretty soon, watch y'all, these mangoes will be at $10 a pound. Don't say that, I'm telling you. They will be at $10 a pound. And at a 5-pound fruit, yeah, you're looking at $40, $50 just for one fruit. I'm not going to sell the fruit this year. I doubt we'll have enough to go ahead and sell, but no, I'm telling you we won't have enough to sell because we'll be eating more, hopefully. But it is a large fruit, though. Casas are looking great. They are putting on a few blooms here and there. We do have some for sale in containers as well. But hopefully this next year can be her year. We want to be able to fruit this up here. Don't know if anyone's fruited the guava, or this guava, this far north. I don't know. I've seen some trees and some videos. This is all of, I don't know, 12 feet. pretty big. And we got like 6 of them in a row. And it's like, aren't you going to take some of them out? They're kind of big and they're starting to encroach into one another. I'm like, that's beautiful. It's a big wall of gas guavas. If you don't know what those are, they're Costa Rican juicing guavas. They're sour, but that's the cool part is you make juice out of them. It is kind of like a nostalgic fruit for me, just because I'll tell you the story. Back in 1989, I went down to Costa Rica, and here we'll swing you back around. And at that age, we had a lady up the street from my grandma's house that would sell what they call there apretados. Now, that is Spanish for basically like a frozen juice, if you will. She would take the juice from this guava and put it in like a Ziploc bag, add sugar to it, and freeze it. And literally for like $1, I would walk. My mom would like give me some change or whatever it was, and I would go down to the street, you know, down to her house and knock on the door, and I would come back with like 4 or 5 of these things for like $1. And they were in like Ziploc bags. She would tie them up, and you would take a little hole, you know, bite the end off and eat them. And it was amazing. The flavor is always in the back of my mind. Like, I love this nice flavor. The trees are beautiful, beautiful trees, and they get quite big here. But we can fruit them up here. Then we can make some juice and also possibly sell the fruit up here. So we'll see. This little Puerto Rican plantain put out a bloom, but nothing's sticking. But yeah, this fruit will always remember going, you know, being a kid running up and down the street with the ice. I hate to say an ice cream, but it's more of a frozen juice in a bag. But it is awesome. It reminds me of our trip there, and easily grown, as in like no pests. You're not getting a bunch of junk on the leaves. I'm not spraying anything on here. These are growing as natural as possible. But they can get big. Look at this branch down here. It can get pretty big. That's cool because it is a windbreak and it's a privacy break. Hog plum didn't lose any of its leaves over here. Very different than the other one over there, folks. Did collect some yams from this one. My dad grabbed a few of them. So here's one that may need to get rehomed. I am debating it. It's been here for a little bit. I was told that it was Kohala longan, and it is a longan, but I'm thinking it was more of a seed than it was air layered. And I think I kind of got suckered into growing out a seedling because it hasn't produced not a single bloom in the 3 years that we've had it. So I may have got bamboozled with that. Over here, we got that giant loquat. This one is the peluche loquat, monster loquat. And the leaves are huge and they're beautiful, nice with that fuzz on there. Loquats here will be utilized mainly for the leaves, but this one is a big, big fruit. Haven't tasted it. That's a little seedling. Tune in and maybe, just maybe, you can try it here. Got a little sugarcane action. This bamboo I'm very happy to have and very excited to be able to be growing it right now. This one's going to be a big timber bamboo, like, I don't know, what's that, like 2 inches in diameter, but it's going to be a very vigorous clumping bamboo nonetheless. Okay, I'm not growing running bamboo. I wouldn't do that to myself or to my neighbors, but clumping bamboo, and it's going to be a big, big style over here. I gotta build stuff. Always need more trellises. There's one of the Sampari seedlings over here. Forgot I put that one in there, but there's one seedling in the shade, but she'll hang in there. Oh, we got another one here. I've been running around collecting these on the daily. Awesome purple passions. Where are you collecting them from? Well, this vine here that's attached to the tree, now dropping them on the daily. So I come out here, see what's available. You could shake it, but I don't like doing any of that. I just wait for them to drop, put them on the counter, let them get a little bit wrinkly and enjoy. No, we don't make juice out of them. I'd rather eat them straight up. And if I get any, because I got to fight my sisters for them, they love them. The Juby shot up, did put out a few blooms, but everything dropped. The tree's looking good. I think it's in a good location. Anything, I'll trim back some of this Mexican sunflower to let it expand out, but we're growing things together here, folks. In here we got, that's moringa. That's a cos tree right here. Another one in there, and a jujube within, I don't know, 3-4 feet of each other. We're growing stuff together. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, cut it out. Get this beautiful new growth on the, which one is this one? Peach cobbler. Peach cobbler. Still haven't tried it. Most of it is growth, except for these little bit of blooms on there. The rest of it is growth. Still got to put that on the list for this next year. And every year we try to go ahead and get more, right? Every year, try to taste the ones we haven't had, as you should be. Try to find them, try to eat them, find out the ones you want to grow. And know that the flavor only intensifies as you grow it. If it was purchased, you know, there's a percentage of that flavor that is going to be, can be a little bit better because you'll have the control over it, right? This one is another one I haven't had yet. Hopefully this year could be the numbers. This one is creme brulee. Another one I haven't had, and I've heard good things and bad things. Good things on the flavor, bad things on production, right? So it could be every other year. I wouldn't make this my only tree, but when you got a few more, you can go and wait a year, have an off year, and still be all right. So right behind her is an infamous Kent. Oh yeah, lovely Kent. Doubt it'll do anything, but we'll find out. Karen Michelle, the real Karen Michelle. Don't call the manager. She's been behaving. She's fine. The only thing is, I'll say this, I don't like the ruffles in the leaves. Why? Well, because when it gets powdery, not powdery, black sooty mold on the leaves, these little ridges are a pain to scrub out. You got to use a little brush and get in there, and the ridges kind of slow down production. There are some little ridges in there versus, here's Juicy Peach. Very smooth. You can sit there and wash them quickly. Oh, we got a customer here. All right, folks, we got to get going. I'll tune back in and let you know what's going on, but it's Friday. We are closed. Oh, that's Nana. I was about to say, we are closed tomorrow. Today's Friday. Saturday, catch us at the farmer's market right across the street over here at the Heritage Inn, or the old Heritage Inn. Catch us there from 9 to 1:30. Okay. So thought I had to go, but it's Nana coming out to say what's up. 9 to 1:30 tomorrow. We'll be there set up. Stop by and say what's up if you have the time, if you're local. If not, come back out here and see us on Sunday, 12 to 5 this next Sunday. Yeah, next week for the holidays, we will be closed for, what is it, Christmas, of course. And Christmas Eve, there still will be a Wednesday market. So say what's up if you're in the area. We'll be out there from 7 to noon. Those are the market days on Wednesday. Hang on here, folks. I'm sure you don't want to see this guy. You want to see some action, right? Yeah, Sunday, 12 to 5, back over here. Tomorrow we'll be closed here. And we are sold out of Rowberry Jam. What? I know. Rowberry Jam is sold out. I'm sorry. Maybe next year we'll have some more. We just need we got the Roselle. We just don't have the mulberries right now. So for that reason, we're just going to make Roselle Jam. Still got a few regular Roselles, but no more Rowberry. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Happy Friday. Valencia Pride is wanting to shoot out into the aisle, so I do need to string her up. That's a big branch coming out this way. We all know she's a big tree. She wants to be the biggest out here, but we can't allow that. I will be trimming that up. Quick little banana hack over here, if you will. I had a friend come by and was looking at these scrawny bananas, and she's like, listen, I got just the thing for you. So she brought me, look at this, and I don't know if you can already tell the difference, but I can. So she brought me some cool amendments. Like what? This one has goat poop on it. Yep, she lives, and listen, cities versus county. It's terrible, all right? We live here in this city, and for that reason, they will only allow us to have 4 chickens. 4, cuatro. That's not enough, folks. They don't care if you got 5 acres, 10 acres, 50 acres. 4. That's weak, y'all. All right? Yet, if you live in an unincorporated, if you live in the county, you do what you want, right? She's got goats and all kinds of chickens over there and all kinds of junk. It's like, why is it, if you live in the city, you got handcuffs on, you can only do so much, yet you live in the county, it's very lax. You can sell the chickens, you can sell the eggs, you can do what you want, but in the city limits, oh no, you gotta sit there and pretend like you live in an HOA. It's like, come on, man. But anyways, this one here, it's got rabbit poop. Okay, she brought me rabbit poop, goat poop, and chicken poop. This one, can't see it in there because I had to put some chop and drop on there because I know my girl Kiwi loves to eat it. I put down the bunny berries last time in the potted trees that another friend gave me, and she came over there and ravished it. Just ate all of it. And as you can see, in 3-4 days that these have been on here, it's a huge, well, you won't notice it, but I watch them every day. Literally, it's like a little blue pill has been put on them, and they're all just shooting for the stars. Like, big difference. Even the leaves are just standing up even taller right now. It's a big difference. It's almost like it's, man, it is a hack. I need to get some animals, or I guess just buy the poop from them, right? But yeah, I got 2 with goat and 1 with rabbit. And then these here, sorry, tripod gets hit with everything. This one here has got chicken on the Lacatan, chicken poop. Yes, it was composted for like 6 months in a bag prior to me putting it on there. So yeah, it was composted, but this one's on the Lacatan, and literally within 3-4 days, boom, it shot out this beautiful leaf, and everything is looking like it's going to stand at attention. It's a big difference. Hey, dog's going crazy. Everbearing, not everyone's favorite, but when not much else is giving you fruit, you can come out and grab a little baby berry here and there. But so people will tell you starfruit does better in the semi-sun versus the shade. And here's my 2 cents. Yes, this is pretty natural on this side. I haven't mowed, but this one's in sun. She don't care. This one's still holding lots of little fruit, and this tree is only 4 feet tall. Lots of fruit, limbs are ready to break. She's like, watch what I can do. And no, I'm not force blooming or force fruiting this thing. Literally, I put it in the ground, give it some H2O and little compost tea, and off she goes. She's doing this on her own. You should be ashamed of yourself. Take the fruit off. Listen, if she wants to hold it, we're going to allow it. And it's starfruit. It's fine. We don't want a huge tree. Here's a fun one. Mystery could be solved this year, because this was an actual tree that was a grafted tree that was planted here. I found the tag close to it, but I'm not certain it is a Lancettia. Oh, Lancettia mango, right? This is a huge tree, huge fruit, another 5-pounder. I haven't had this fruit yet, but this thing, I know you can't see it, but this thing froze all the way down. Bad video. All right, but take my word for it. Froze all the way down. I thought it was all just going to be turpentine, but one little shoot came up, and now look. I knew it wasn't turpentine just because it's not growing at the same rate, it stayed a little bit smaller, and most of the turpentines are all of 11 feet, over 10. So this one stayed a little bit smaller. The leaves don't smell like turpentine, and now we got some flowers. So can we find out? If it's Lancettia, I doubt we'll hold some fruit, but you never know. Tune in and find out if we can find out which one this really is. This little citrus that I left in here, super thorny. Kind of want to get rid of it, but it already is there. Double Mahoy with some chicken poop on there. Let's find out. Am I expecting fruit from a small one? No, no, no. But we're just testing it for next year. I will have it dialed in. See, this is more turpentine. Tall and lanky, huge nodes. That's like one node. That's from right there to there. That is one node, dude. That's one shoot. Huge. So I knew it wasn't turp, but we got some things working in here as well. No, we're not going to grow out a bunch of turpentine. This one's Pineapple Pleasure. That's shooting up there. Excellent mango, big tree, big fruit. All of these turpentine branches, not all, most, will be regrafted onto something much better. So that's the idea behind that. But things are greening up. We're getting a little bit of scattered rain here and there. Got an orange sherbet seedling, 2 of them side by side. Why did you do 2? Just because 2 is better than 1. I think this one's 1 and that one is 1. Those were for the presidential planting day. I think it was President's Day that I did. And then this one here is Pina Colada seedling. Small little girl underneath another mango. Yeah, it's another small one. That's for protection, winter protection. So this other one is a rootstock, black gold rootstock. Haven't had it, but it has like a nice light Indo-Chinese scent to it. Here's a cool little graft that I did. That's already showing some signs of life. Florigon. Florigon, not everyone's favorite, but I'll say this, I don't mind the flavor. Listen, this is the intro. This is the 101 to Indo-Chinese. All right, this is where you start, is the Florigon. Now, she produces pretty good, flower's good. Flavor isn't as intense. And I disagree that all Indo-Chinese taste the same. I think there's different notes in there, different flavors. Florigon, not on the highest of the list, but it's still a good mango. I prefer that over some other classic mangoes. But she'll hold a spot here for now. Sugar apples are looking good. Dwarf Hawaiian hanging on to a few fruits over here. That many on this little tree? Yep, it's a dwarf. What do you want from a dwarf? This thing is belly button high and hanging on to a couple of them. Hopefully we can break some of these and let you know just how sweet they are if they hang on during these high winds. Hopefully the winds will settle down, but my Kent, oh yeah, Kent graft is doing good there. All of my grafts, well, not all. Some of them are looking better than others. Patience, folks. Sri Kambangan has a few on her as well. See yellow, let's see. Is she ready? Give her the old test. Yep, just came off right in my hand. Sri Kambangan, got a couple of spots, but it's a nice fruit. Now, is it bitter? Let's find out. Hey, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take? That'll work. So, how do we eat these? If you're going to eat just one, or if it's your first time, can you sit there and bite into it? Sure. What I like to do, if you eat a bunch or if you have a tree, we highly recommend it. You do you. Depends on your kidneys, right? But what I do is, and I'm just going to eat a little bit. I'm just going to let you know how it is. Give the rest to my mom. But I just take my pruners and I literally just shave off a little bit of a tip there. See that? A little rib. Take that off. builds up the oxalates on there. There is a neurotoxin in here as well. Don't quote me on how to pronounce it or the name of it. I forget. It's like carboxin or something like that. I forget. But yes, it has a neurotoxin. Everything in moderation, folks. I peel these off. Seeds are edible. And this isn't something that you're going to want to juice and sit down and eat 20 of. This is more of a sharing fruit. Or you would take them and you can freeze them or eat them slowly, however you would like. But let's see if she's still bitter. Last year, I was picking up on a couple of bitter tones, but is she still? Why do they call it star fruit? I don't know. Is it as sweet as Carrie? No, but Carrie gets orange. This is yellow right now. Can this get the same color? We're going to find out. But good. It's not bitter. I'll say that. Not bad. That's probably the best Shriekambangan I've had, where it doesn't have that bitter tone. But things are still growing over here. For the ones that are like, man, I've been praying for everything to die on you. Nope, sorry, not yet. Maybe next year. Coconut cream, slow pusher over here. Slow. I grafted that a while ago. And still green, but still sitting there. She's locked. I know. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with her. Here's where the magic happens, folks. Here's where all the good nutrition comes from. Oh yeah, the fertilization station. But let me just give you a peek of greatness. Hang on here. Try to do this with one hand while I hold the fruit. I'm just going to give you a peek of what's inside. Oh, and I used some of this yesterday, so why isn't it pumping out some air? This one is. I can hear it. Let's see. Yeah, I just used that one yesterday. There it is. What do we put in there? Anything we want. It's got a fish in there. No, it's a leaf. No, but pump in some air, and then I will mix it with a little bit of water, probably like a 50-50. It's up to you. I have used it 100% shrink and no issues, but I'm taking it and putting it on my trees. And honestly, what a difference, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can you go out and put granular fertilizer and force bloom all of your trees? Sure. Can you go put that blue stuff on there and see instant growth? Yes. But guess what? You'll have to do it every single week. You're going to create a junkie. It's going to want it every week, and I have to give it that hard stuff. But instead, I prefer the low and slow method over here. Meanwhile, kumquats, hopefully we'll hit that number this round here, just because that first round that we had, they weren't sweet, they weren't juicy, they were kind of dry and bland and not meawah like. I was like, this is a different fruit. Why does it taste like this? Well, my fault. You got to give it some nutrition, and now I've been pumping it with some compost teas. So hopefully this fruit can be the one. But anyways, we got things to do. Dang, we're over here for over an hour over here. But anyways, check it out, folks. Stop by and say what's up if you're local. If not, say what's up, drop a comment, like whatever you want to do. But we're here and growing some cool fruits up here in North 9B. Can it be done? Certainly, with a little bit of TLC and some want to by you, right? Once you taste this fruit, only you know what you're capable of doing to keep it coming every single year. But trust me, this will motivate you to get outside, to start a food forest, a garden, even if it's one tree in a pot. Whatever it takes, folks. This is your next year. Great weather's amongst us. Get outside, do some work. Love you. Till then, God bless. Have a great weekend.